Am I in frame? Mm-hmm. All right, what's up guys? Jayztwocents here, and we're gonna do something we haven't done in a while. We're gonna bring back the Two Idiots series. You know what guys? I got new merch. It's available now, crowdme.com/Jayztwocents. We got zip-up hoodies, we got tri-blend, we got a new logo. I digress, since 2012, it's a digress logo. You guys have been asking for that. But anyway, we got all kinds of stuff. Zip-up hoodies, beanies, polos. Don't take my word for it, because obviously I can't do this ad. So just look in the description below and you guys will find the link. Thanks. So I have got, if you guys aren't aware, if you've been following on social media, then you would know that I got a new 2019 Ram Rebel that I've already done a few things to. 35-inch Nitto ridge grapplers, leveled, all that sort of stuff, K&N intake. But what we're missing most of all, besides this guy on the channel, you guys have constantly been like, what happened to him? What are you doing down there? And then my knucklehead dog is acting like a knucklehead dog. He works for car stuff now. He likes doing car stuff more.
I do race car stuff.
So, and we're also filming this with cell phones, so I apologize for the quality because we moved into this new house and I cannot find my my camcorder, my small camcorder. So we are gonna be doing an exhaust system on the truck today. And here's the thing, Borla was awesome enough to sponsor this video by sending me 2 exhausts because I couldn't make up my mind between the S-Type or the Attack. The Attack is significantly louder than the S-Type, at least that's what they say. So what we're gonna do today is I'm going to install the Attack first because I wasn't sure if the Attack would be too attacky of your ears. So let's say Nick is ears and my fist is the truck. Oh. We don't want it to be too... We're gonna kind of take you along for the ride of taking the stock exhaust out of the truck, which fortunately does not require any sort of cutting because Ram, unlike every other domestic brand, and yes, I'm gonna call it Ram because it is its own separate brand now. It's no longer actually technically a Dodge. They bolted in the exhaust like the awesome way you should do it rather than welding everything in. So we're gonna take the stock one out. We're gonna put the Attack in first. And if that's too loud after break-in, then we'll put in the S-Type, which is basically the exact same procedure. So, in fact, I think it's only the muffler section that's different. So what do you say? Let's crawl under the truck, see if the dog's tether trips us, and yeah, we'll go from there. Also, too, I'll put links in the description below to the actual exhaust that we're putting in. But if you are kind of just following along, it's part number 140753BC from Borla. So, all right, let's open it up. So those are the 5-inch tips for her pleasure. Sup, girl? You want help? Are you gonna help? Are you gonna help? Okay, okay, don't fall. Oh gosh, she's gonna fall in, I swear. Stay there, stay there. Nope. Sit down. Yes.
Look, it says Attack.
No, it says Attack.
Does this one protect?
As you can see, it's 2.5 inch coming out of the exhaust, or out of the muffler, and 3 inch going in. Sounds like Chewbacca.
Or Subaru.
Subaru makes this sound. So this is the stock muffler right here. We'll be unbolting that flange. It's a 2-bolt flange. And then it will come out all the way to the rear.
And you got a zero with me.
We're not gonna get much done today with our helper, are we?
It's like, I could fit under the car too. Dude, we could get under the car without lifting it. This is the best part.
I know, right? So obviously the first thing we have to do is get ourselves a sound comparison. So here is, here's stock startup. This is not a cold start, by the way. Pretty mild. That's a 4,000 RPM rev, and that's all it will do. The other thing too though is this exhaust is supposed to be pretty anti-drone, like drone free, which is what I'm kind of excited to see because I want the noise but not the intrusion. Did you fart? Oh man. Woo! What did you eat this morning? Or who did you eat?
There we go, so that's free.
All right, so there's a bolt up here and flange that we have to undo because these are slip. At least this one's a slip. The passenger side, the driver's side is not. That is a solid piece all the way to the tip. So that's gonna be a bit of a pain to get out. I'm almost feeling like I wanna just hacksaw that to get it out. I know I said we didn't have to cut, but even the manual said this could make it easier. I like easy. Yay!
You know, this went by way easier than the first time because we weren't doing it at 2 in the morning.
All right, so we got the driver's side off. We cut it. We got the hanger off with a little bit of PB blaster kind of a deal, a little spray lubricant. Now we are taking off this tip, which gives us just a little bit more room when we're dealing with things. It's just like it's almost like a V-band here, more like a ball joint. Ball band.
Oh my gosh. Almost killed me.
Almost killed me. What are you talking about? The directions also recommend taking down the spare and unhooking the end links. We're gonna see if we can do it without doing that because, you know, me and manuals, right? It fell in my mouth. Round things are round.
This is taking me quite a while. Wait, why are you using that? We have the powered version.
I don't need that. It's the fact that I have to spread this. I have to spread the lips open. There we go. All right, so this clamp's up here on top. It's a weird position because instead of the bolt facing down, it's facing up. I feel like they could have flipped this one 180 and put the bolts on the bottom. So it's hard to get leverage up there, but it's a 15 mil. Take this clamp off, then you'll be able to slide out that pipe, and then because of where we cut it there, once we take the muffler hangers down, there's 2 right here. There's also a ground strap. Oh, right there.
Like over here.
Yeah, we want to make sure we take off the ground strap too. And then there's also a hanger on the front, as you can see. Then we'll be able to drop the muffler section down, and then we just follow the instructions for the Borla to put the new one back in. The biggest pain in the ass, honestly, are the factory clamps and that one being upside down. All right, so we got the stock exhaust out and it's just an open pipe sitting there now. But we have to do the obligatory start it without an exhaust system on there. You ready? Just leave it like that.
I like it.
So the question now is, what's the attack gonna do? It's gonna bring it down some, right?
Yeah.
So maybe I will just leave the attack and not do the S side.
You got it?
I did it. Part of what made getting the stock exhaust off, you see that part right there where it's just all corroded? That's where it's a slip fitting. So it has a bracket just like this on there, but the problem is they made it so that the bolt was facing up, right against the bottom side of the bed. So when you put these back on, make sure they're facing down. That way you can more easily get to them, because it's just a slip joint, and it's almost like a stud, and as you can see, it's sort of wedged in there so that doesn't turn, and that's gonna clamp down. But there's no reason to have the nut facing up. So you just leave it like that. And slide those on, otherwise if you go to put everything in and you realize these clamps aren't on, yeah, you're gonna have a bad day. That's my junk. All right, so the muffler section is in. I went ahead and bolted it there, put in the ground strap. You can see the muffler section is in. The pipes go over the back. Here, Nick, take them. Oh, take the audience. Don't drop them. So you can see now how that has the pipes that direct over the axle, off to the driver's side and passenger side. So that's why you want to make sure your joints are on, or your brackets, like we have them, so that when you put those pipes on, you can clamp them down. So we'll go ahead and go to the back of the truck now, and we'll show you how the rear section looks. All right, so putting everything back on is really easy. Like I said, we left everything lined up in a position we could easily get to it. So you see Nick's finger on that flange right there. We just got to it from over the axle with a long extension on my impact. We just snugged everything slightly so it doesn't move, because you want to align the tips.
Yeah. This
also has the piece that goes over the axle. You can see it's a 2-piece to right here, where it bolts onto the exhaust pipe, to the end pipe. So you can see we've clamped it there, and then it clamps up there on the other side of the differential. What you're gonna do is you're gonna make sure everything's aligned how you want it. You see how we have a lot of movement in here still? I'll tell Nick that's good, and then he will just tighten everything down. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold this while he tightens it so it doesn't move, and then go ahead and snug everything down tight. So with the help of a friend, we got that snugged down exactly where we want it. It's got plenty of room, exactly 1 finger width all the way around.
So we gotta do the other side now?
We gotta do the other side, but you can see it's centered, it looks good. I have it fairly flush with the bumper just like that, and it's not gonna, when I'm on off-road or in dirt, because I've taken this truck to the mountain quite a few times now, we're not gonna bang on the bumper. Some people like to tuck it up real tight, but then it starts bouncing around, it's gonna hit things. So you wanna make sure you have clearance. Now the passenger side is even easier because it's a single pipe. going to that one clamp that I can't really get a good angle on. In here. There it is, right there. I can see it above the subframe there. So that is where we're clamping this down. I've got this one sort of adjusted the same as the other one. I'm gonna hold it down nice and tight. It's a little bit left of where I want it. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm just gonna apply some side pressure on the hanger, hold it up where I want it, and then we'll have Nick go ahead and tighten it down. Look at my face. It's a little dirty.
Just a little bit.
Dude, I need a bath. All right, so the exhaust is in. Now we gotta do the same thing as before. We have to do I look ridiculous. Okay, it's fine. We have to do a start, remote start, and then we're gonna do a rev and see how it sounds. Initial thoughts?
It's good. It's like, I like the cat back, just leaving it open, but this is a good substitute.
All right, so go in there and give us a few revs. What? Okay, so you guys, go kill it. It's loud. All right, I look ridiculous. I'm filthy. We installed it. We didn't use the heat wrap that comes with it. They basically say heat wrap the part where it goes over the axle. I didn't do that. I forgot about it, to be honest, because we just installed it.
Plug and played.
Yeah. I'll hang on to the S-Type for a little while, just in case. This is the loudest exhaust they make. And as you can see, 3 idiots installed this one. All right, let's take it for a test drive and test that no drone. But if you like pops in your exhaust, you get it with the attack. And this truck has the mild hybrid system, so it's gonna turn off right now. So the truck just turned itself off. And so obviously it's 0 dB when you're sitting at a red light. This is what it sounds like when it turns back on. It's just a little. So far in the cab, it's not that intrusive. I just have no idea what it sounds like out there for everyone else, but we're in here and we're not out there, so that's not our problem.
Exactly.
All right, so here's accelerating. I've got to say, the 5.7 Hemi has always sounded good to me. It's a good exhaust note. So far though, it's not droney. Like there's no bass note coming through here, which is kind of nice, considering it's a pretty throaty exhaust. This is also an 8-speed transmission, so it should be able to keep us well under resonating. Yeah, it's pretty non-intrusive when you're cruising and passing. Definitely tells people you mean business.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
It tells them you're ready to attack. I still have a dirty face.
I have a hat now.
So anyway, yeah, 2 idiots and a dog were able to install the Borla attack exhaust system. Like I said, I'm not 100% positive if I'm gonna keep it yet. We'll see. Depends on how it sounds, how it breaks in. It's the loudest one they make, so it only gets less from there. The question is, how much quieter is the S-Type? I mean, Borla has a website that will show you the kind of like each sound comparison between the 3. The S-Type is definitely a good middle ground. Of course, they have Touring, which is the quietest, but even Touring is better than stock. I've never gotten a complaint about my Camaro, which is way louder than the truck, so I don't think I'd have an issue with the truck necessarily.
I think it'd be fine.
The tone is amazing. The 5.7 Hemi sounds great. It always has. And now it sounds like a man's truck.
It's been a man's truck. He just made it manlier. Like he gave it the extra inch of beard that it needed.
And the IPA. All right, guys, like I said, link down in the description below to learn more about it. And I guess follow on Instagram at Jayztwocents. There's no at there, huh?
Yeah,
oh, there's an at. That's right. They copied Twitter. Yeah, so Jayztwocents on Twitter and Instagram. I'll talk more about it there and whether or not I go to the S-Type or not. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye. Oh.